So, you remember when Sacramento Kings fans were crying because they thought the team was going to leave the city? Well, they're crying again because Demarcus Cousins has demanded a trade from the Sacramento Kings. He came to Vivek Ranadive last night and he told him, look, I want out. And can you really blame him? Now, NBA front offices are scrambling around trying to see if they have a chance at Demarcus Cousins. And the front runner of the race so far is probably the Washington Wizards, because you have to remember, because DeMarcus is forcing his way out of town, the Kings are not going to get equal value, but you got to move him, so you got to take something. Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, and Nene's expiring contract for DeMarcus Cousins. For the Wizards, I mean, you pair up John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins together, that immediately becomes the best point guard center combination in the league, and if you're the Kings, you hope that Bradley Beal can finally realize his potential and score above 20 points per game consistently. Even then, it probably wouldn't be enough to rectify what DeMarcus Cousins did for you, but you got to take something. Another team that's kind of the Los Angeles Lakers, they would have to give the Kings D'Angelo Russell as well as Julius Randle. What are you even doing? Because then, once Kobe Bryant retires, DeMarcus Cousins is in the same situation. But Jim Buss, maybe he would completely butcher the roster just to get one star player. I wouldn't put it past him. But if this move would be great for the Kings because it would give them two players who seem like they can become stars. Another team that weirdly enough is not in the running at the moment, the Orlando Magic. You could just give them Nikola Vucevic and a first-round pick. That's the move for the Kings. I mean, that's the best move they could get at this point, but the Magic, they seem content with just not breaking up that chemistry and just growing that team organically. I can see their vision in that. You don't want to disrupt things too much, but at the same time, the guy's the best center in the league. I mean, don't you just kind of do it at a certain point? But they're holding back as of right now. We'll see how that goes. And finally, the Boston Celtics are weirdly trying to get into this conversation. I mean, they're looking for a third team. I see reports of the Philadelphia 76ers. Apparently, Joel Embiid to Sacramento would be the Kings' quote-unquote replacement. It's not a replacement, but for DeMarcus Cousins. I can see the vision there, getting themselves their new center, giving Embiid the time to play, because in Philadelphia he's playing behind Jahlil Okafor at this point, who's probably going to win Rookie of the Year. Now the Celtics, they would probably have to throw a lot of picks in there, but luckily for them, they've got what will probably be a top 5 pick this season from the Nets, as well as another lottery pick from the Mavericks, including a lot of first-round picks down the road. So I see the Celtics' vision, because the one thing that the Celtics are missing is that big-time scorer and just impact player, because they've done about as good a job as you can do as just building the roster up without acquiring a star, but at a certain point, you need that franchise player, which DeMarcus would be. Whether it can actually happen, I don't know. I'd put the Washington Wizards in the forefront right now, or the Magic if they want to deal Vucevic, but they're not. Stuff's going to get interesting. Someone's going to end up with DeMarcus Cousins in the next 2 weeks, and we don't know who it is just yet.